It is the tough things in life. It is the hard things in life. It's the challenging things that become the grist, building us to be more compassionate, to be more capable, to be more resilient. And I have to tell you a little bit of my COVID experience. And I went into what I call my zone of fear. And I complained often, and I had this pit in my stomach. And I go, I can't do this. This is not who I am, right? There's got to be a better place. And that better place is what I call the learning zone. Spend your energy and your emotion on the things that actually you can do something about. And the more that I stayed in that learning zone, I found myself moving into this wonderful place called the contribution zone, where I thought of how I could help and support and connect with others in more profound ways. Seeing reality is hard. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. That the fastest way I change the world is change my view of that world. Post-traumatic growth doesn't mean you can't experience post-traumatic stress disorder. It's not the opposite. It doesn't mean that the pain goes away of the trauma. It doesn't mean that the negative emotion is lifted. But it does say that you find deeper purpose and meaning to do something significant with your life. And as this concept continues to be studied, there were 5 general outcomes of this thing called post-traumatic growth. First is clarity of purpose, renewed sense of purpose. Third is like this deepened resilience that said, if I went through that, I can go through anything. 4, like not sweat the small stuff. And 5, you can't come through this and not be transformed without a deeper sense of what you believe, especially around your spirituality. I call it my 7 self-care strategies for resilience and post-traumatic growth. And I think this is the keystone habit, cultivating more positive emotion. When we get dopamine and serotonin going, we're more thoughtful, we're more kind, we're more reflective, we're more intentional, we're more innovative. The second habit, challenging yourself to find things to be grateful for every day and embrace an attitude of wonder and awe. So how are you reflecting and expressing gratitude? I think one of the most important things you do as a leader is to give away this thing called A-R-E, appreciation, recognition, encouragement. Has anyone ever come to you saying, I'm leaving because I'm sick and tired of people recognizing me? I've had it. This is about leadership, your leadership. One of the most important things you do as a leader is to create a little invisible circle and to make sure every single person on your team feels like they belong in that circle. And as Edmund Freeman says, it's the capacity of leaders to separate themselves from the surrounding emotional climate so they can break through the barriers that are keeping everyone from going the other way. Your task as a leader is 1, see the space. And then 2, as you build out your competence and your capability and you expand your wisdom and knowledge, it's having more tools at your discretion to fill in that space, to be as thoughtful, reflective, and positive as you possibly can. How do you create greater discipline to maintain this as a habit? And you all know the power of habit. But without practice, without being intentional about making this into the fabric of your life, right? Nothing's going to happen. America does not have a knowing problem around health. It has mostly a doing problem. What are you going to do differently?